The first image that comes to mind upon visualizing eastern North Carolina is boundless farmland, sweeping as far as the eye can see. The history of this region is laden with stories of farming families, once made rich by big tobacco money and now searching for ways to sustain a farm on food crops rather than cash crops.
Ain't it just like a friend of mine to hit me from behind? Guess I'm gone to Carolina in my mind.
Mary Betty and Ossie Kearney, the owners of New Haruka Natural Beef Farm in Snow Hill, North Carolina, gave me some insights on the farming community.
We are the owners and operators of the Benjamin W. Best Country Inn and Carriage House, and that's also home of New Haruka Natural.
There ain't no doubt in no one's mind that love's the finest thing around. Whisper something soft and kind, and hey babe, the sky's on fire. I'm dying, ain't I? Gone to Carolina in my mind.
Well, we're not like anything that you would find on your grocery shelf. We are a product which is grown with no hormones or steroids and no antibiotics. Our cows and pork are all free range. They're grass fed and finished with feeds that we make on our farm. And those feeds don't have any additives. We never use any byproducts or any kind of preservatives whatsoever. It's all very naturally grown. They're called free range.
It might be omens. Say I'm going, I'm gone to Carolina in my mind.
We try to use sustainable farming techniques, and our son does most of the growing of the crops and tending with the cows along with my husband. And we do not do anything invasive to the soils. We use the no-till grain drill for planting the grazings in the pasture, and we don't disturb the soils at all. We try to eliminate any kind of erosions. We don't use pesticides and herbicides on our hay fields. It's all an organic process with spray areas that irrigate our pastures. And we are very full stewardship conscious throughout our farming endeavors.
Can't you just feel the moonshine? Ain't it just like a friend of mine to hit me from behind? Yes, I'm gone to Carolina in my mind. Well, my friend, see your face so clear. A little bit tired, a little worn through you. You sound nervous, you seem alone. I hardly recognize your voice on the telephone.
There's millions of people now in a third generation off the farm. They have no ties with the land whatsoever. They have no idea what we go through. They think that as long as that truck pulls up behind the Piggly Wiggly store and unloads, there's going to be plenty of food. And our job, I think, part of it is trying to explain to our city cousins what goes on the farm.
In this thing together,
there are many different facets of society that call upon us for our products. One of our biggest sellers is the taste and natural flavors that is brought out by the natural grazings of grass and homegrown hays and homemade feeds. A lot of people are very conscious of the additives that are already in products in the grocery store, so they are very pleased to be able to know who grows their food, to see that it's readily available, and they work very well with us. Some of those people have health problems, people who might be highly allergic to some of the preservatives and hormones that are being put into our beef, particularly our beef products now, and people who are generally leaning toward a healthier diet for themselves and for their families. So the public is very complimentary of our product. If you know that it's healthy and you know where it came from, it just tastes better.
Straddling that yellow line, another town, the same old songs. My mind is racing down the street, these shoes are suffocating me. The only place I wanna be is gone. Take me where them.
But it was a real shock going from raising, one thing for all your money, and now we probably raised 40 or 50 different things in the course of a year. So it was a pretty big learning curve to go, from something that I had down to something I really didn't know. I've tended a garden my whole life. But before I get back down to Caroline. So big and great, coast to coast. And farmers always evolving like that, some things going in and things going out. But I think even though there's less farmers, I think they're probably raising pretty close to the same amount of tobacco in eastern North Carolina. I don't think there's any less tobacco, it's just very few people doing it. In other words, we raised 30 acres, and the average farmer now, if he doesn't have 100 acres, he's not really doing much. So that sort of, it was either get big or get out.
Oh, how the greener hills, beside blue waters, Carolina, I love you still.
Sort of hope it's not a fad or a trend, which is usually lasts a little longer. Because, if it wasn't for all the support that I get from the community, I wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing. Because you could definitely go, say to the food line or Piggly Wiggly and buy vegetables cheaper than you can get them from me. I have to charge more, just, they're hand picked, hand washed, instead of being machine cut and all that kind of thing. So, yeah, the community's been real supportive, I have to say that.
Well, hey, gray skies, don't rain on me. I got some place I got to be. This emptiness is all in me. I think I should be going 61 or 66. Any road can give you.
Yeah, I probably participated in about 5 different, either grant or cost share programs through the USDA, and that's done through the Farm Service Agency. So there's a lot of help out there for a small farmer, which is definitely what I am. So.
Where else can you take your family to work and you can give them something to do and they feel like that they have accomplished something? They can see the results of it.
Carolina, I love you still.